Hello students, this is chapter 7 Respiration in Organisms. Respiration, the process of the breakdown of the food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration takes place inside the cells of all organisms. Aerobic respirations. When the breakdown of the glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Food can also break down into without using oxygen. This is called the anaerobic respiration. Breakdown of the food releases energy. Example, glucose in the presence of oxygen is changed into carbon dioxide plus water and releases energy. Some organisms such as yeast that can survive to the absence of air, they are called aerobes. They get energy through the anaerobic respiration. Glucose, in the absence of energy, alcohol is changed into alcohol, carbon dioxide and release energy. We need energy during the heavy exercise, fast running, cycling and walking. Then anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. Glucose in muscles is changed into the in the absence of oxygen into lactic acid and release some energy. Breathing. Breathing means the taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide with the help of the respiratory organs. Inhalation. Taking of air rich in oxygen. Exhalation. Give out of air rich in carbon dioxide. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is termed as a breathing rate. Generally, breathing rate of a person is about 15 to 70. How can we breathe? When we inhale air, it passes through our nostril into the nasal cavity. Air reaches our lungs through the windpipe. Lungs are present in the chest cavity. This cavity is surrounded by the ribs on the sides. A large muscular sheet called the diaphragm. During inhalation, ribs move up and outwards and diaphragm moves down. This movement increases space in the chest cavity and air rushes into the lungs. During exhalation, ribs move down and the inwards. White diaphragm moves up to its former position. This reduces the size of the chest cavity. Cockroach. A cockroach has a small opening on the sides of the body. Other insects also have similar openings. These openings are called the spiracles. Insects have a network of air tubes called the trachea for the gas exchange. Oxygen-rich air rushes through spiracles into the trachea tubes, diffuses into the body tissue. Earthworms. Earthworms breathe through their skins. The skins of earthworm feels moist and the slimming on touching. Gases can be easily passes through them. Frogs. Frogs have a pair of the lungs like human beings. They can also breathe through their skin, which is the moist and slippery. Breathing under the water. Organisms under the water, like fishes, breathe through their gills. Gills help them to use oxygen dissolved in water. Gills are projections of the skins. Gills have well supplied with the blood vessels for exchange of gases. How do plants respire? In plants, the roots are taken in air present in the soil. Leaves have their tiny pores called stomata, through which they exchange gases. The breakdown of the glucose in the plant cells is similar to that in the other living beings. You may download the notes and the solutions of the question of the chapter from the description link given in the description box.